All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to work on two older pipe wrenches. I don't know what brand. One's a 14-inch and one is an 18-inch, and this one's rusted pretty good. I got this one out of the pawn shop. It was on the $5 table. I gave them $1 for it. It's been sitting there for a couple months. Nobody's bought it, and they took it. I offered them $1 and they took it. It's still usable. You gotta work it though. It's not easy. I'm gonna throw one of them. I'm gonna throw the little one in the Evaporust. Now this one, American made. It says American made. Not sure what Trimco or something like that. We'll see who makes it. But this one, I think at one time might have been chromed. But I'm going to probably just wire wheel this one. And a lot of my pipe wrenches, I use truck bed liner material on my pipe wrenches. One, because I get in the stuff, I like the truck bed material because it grips good, it holds good, it's easy to clean. I've painted a couple of them. I do prefer the truck liner material, but I just want to show a difference in wire wheel and a Dremel tool, and I'm going to have to use a Dremel tool on both of them probably. And this one's got good teeth. This one's got a busted there, and it's filled with something in the teeth, so I'm going to have to clean the teeth out and maybe file them. But this one I don't think I have to file at all. But you can see there's two chunks broken, but it's not to affect the use of it. It will not hurt it. You can see that one's broken there and broken there, almost the same place. But the teeth in this one's full of something. I thought it was concrete. But anyways, doesn't matter. I'll get it cleaned up. But I want to show one with Evaporust and one with just using a wire wheel and Dremel tool. Someone made a comment a while back on one of my videos, you know, I used a wire wheel. They said use Evaporust. Well, the problem with Evaporust, it's $25 a gallon, and not everybody can afford that. I bought a grinding motor out of a pawn shop for $10 and put a wire wheel on it, and paid like $9 for the wire wheel, $11, and I can do as much or more with the wire wheel than I can with the Evaporust. And when you get done with the Evaporust, after you rinse it off, you still got to run it over the wire wheel anyways. So yeah, maybe it takes a little longer to clean the rust off, but not everybody can afford Evaporust, and that stuff's expensive. So, but you don't have to do that. You could clean one of these with a Dremel tool. You really could. Take longer, but since I have the wire wheel on a grinding motor, I'm just going to do it that way. And I just want to show the difference. And I got, see, this one I paid $1, and I think this one here I got like 50 cents into this one. I'm pretty sure I bought a bunch of stuff, so it averaged out like 50 cents. So I think these will come out really nice, but I want to take it apart real quick so I can chunk it in the bucket. And these, for those of you who doesn't do plumbing or pipe fitting, most people do not use these that often. But I'm here to tell you, if you ever take the nut off of your trailer hitch, your ball hitch, a pipe wrench, a big pipe wrench, worth it. Hang on, I'm on call. Sorry guys, I'm on call. Anyways, I'll stick this in the Evaporust, and then I'll start cleaning this one with the wire wheel. And then we'll see what we get. We'll go from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to show you what I've done. I soaked these overnight, these parts here, these three parts, in the Evaporust. And I gotta rinse them all. I rinsed them off in water. Here's the thing about Evaporust. One is expensive. It's $25 a gallon. That 3-gallon bucket I got over there is $75. Okay? I've got to run this over the wire wheel, and I got to run this over the wire wheel. I didn't put this in Evaporust. And I want to show the difference that I've got to do a little more work to this because I had to let it sit in Evaporust. I could have just wire wheeled and kept going and been on my way. But now I've got to run it over the wire wheel. And another thing, I can't take this apart. Okay, this is a rivet. I could pop this loose and get the rivet out and maybe make my own rivet, but I'm not skilled at that, and that would take me more time and effort. And the reason I bring that up, under here now, it's gonna rust. It's gonna rust faster under here than it is right here. Because the Evaporust, once you take it out of the liquid, it rusts. I mean, it goes quick. So now, when I clean this up completely and take it, I'm gonna have to put oil down in there and keep it oiled because it will continue to rust. It will rust faster. It's one thing I don't like about Evaporust. If you can't get to everything to clean it and to polish it or to blacken or blue it, whatever you're gonna do to it, and the smell. Look at this. The smell, the finish it leaves after you pull it to Evaporust. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I like Evaporust because it has a good use, but for something like this, now I wish I wouldn't have done it. I wish I'd have just went and wire wheeled it and went from there. This one will be better than this one because this one under here, under these parts right here, will continue the rust. Faster rate than this one will. I'm just, you know, there's a viewer that said, why don't I use Evaporust? Well, I do use Evaporust, and he just started viewing my videos recently. And I was gonna show the difference, but now I wish I wouldn't have done it. Because this is gonna be a good wrench, except for right under there, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it over time to make sure it doesn't rust, and it will. I just have to keep it oiled. That's just something I wanted to point out. I shouldn't have. It just irritates me now that I did it. Sometimes I have tunnel vision. I focus on one thing and I don't see any other options while I'm doing something. It's a syndrome, I guess I have. I focus and I get tunnel vision and I don't see any other options till after I'm done or someone brings it up to me, and I look at myself and think, oh, you dumbass, you should have done it that way. I should have used something else to show Evaporust instead of this. I screwed up in my book anyways. But anyways, let's go to the wire wheel and see what we get. Alright, I wasn't going to show you, but there's sharp like edges right there where the jaw came through over the years using it. I'm going to file that off. Whoops. Thought I had it in there. Guess I didn't. See what it looks like. You can't. Should have showed it, but there was a sharp edge there. I already did this top side. There was a pretty good sharp nick in that corner. And then I just went over lightly over the teeth. They're not bad at all. There's some pitting or I don't know, damage there a little bit, but it's not going to affect where it won't take the grab hold of the pipe. I'm going to use a Dremel on this. Well, might as well. I got it here. Let's use it. Come on. Sorry, wasn't ready. Getting all the paint off as much as I can. I think I'm gonna paint this one. And this is probably more trouble than it needs to be, but I want this thing very, very usable. I want it to where it works without any hitch. Anywhere where it might be a problem of you know, smooth operation of it. There's a spot right there. I probably could file. All right, finish this up and then we'll see what it looks like. Want to clean this out, make sure I get all the trash out so the jaw screws in and out real smooth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now what I'm going to do is just wipe it down, carb cleaner, and clean them off. Just take them outside and I'm going to shoot some paint. Probably going to use, I'm gonna go ahead. Part of this I'm gonna use I'll think of it here in a second. Oh my God, I've lost train of thought. Paint. Oh my God, I've lost all train of thought. I'll leave that in the video. That's stupid. Truck bed liner materials, what I was trying to get out, and I couldn't say it. I'm gonna paint this with truck bed liner material. Now, there's Rusty Okie has told me before that he has had that, and it melted with the gasoline, melted it. I don't know, I've never had that problem, just because I haven't really have ever put gas on my tools like that. But that's something to think about, whatever you use. But then again, I got thinking about it, even gasoline softens glue or paint, so no matter what you use. And powder coating that's what comes with rigid, and I think that's what was on here, was powder coating. That powder coating that comes from the factory, that's pretty good stuff. I will never say anything bad about powder coating. I do have a friend here in town that does powder coating. He has an oven. It takes quite a bit of his shop up, and it's messy. So I don't do it. And I'm sure I could do it with a small, like a toaster oven and stuff like that, maybe for smaller tools. I'm not going through that much trouble. When he powder coats things, it's for industrial, commercial equipment, things like that. So painting them or using that truck bed liner material, I think is just sufficient for me. I actually like this wrench. It feels good. It's light in the hand compared to the rigid. This might be a Stilson brand. I know there was a many number of companies that made these, so hard to say what this is. What brand? It's made in America, and it's a good functioning tool as far as I can tell. And you can see somebody used it as a hammer. I cleaned that up real good just to see it. And then, like I said, I used a file here. Oops, I used a file here. I used a file down in here. I used a file on this end just to get the burrs. So one, this slides effortlessly, and this sets in here just perfectly. There was a groove. Actually, you can still see part of the groove there. It's not much of anything now. You really can't feel it. You can see it. So there's more of a groove on this top. But I took all the burrs out just so this would spin and float through there easy. Now this one, I'm gonna blue the outside of this one. But this, I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready for paint. I might do two types of paint on this. Let me tape it off, and then I think what I'll do is I'll paint this red, and then the rest of it black with that truck liner material. Yeah, why not? Alright, I'm going to clean this chrome monkey wrench off here, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're ever somewhere, supply house, let's see if I can get this in the picture. Call this my frog shield. These kind of shields, man, I like these. They don't lift up, but I just take it on and off. These they use in like laboratories. I think they also use them like blood banks, things like that. But these are handy, they're lightweight, they work great. So if you run across something like this, and they're inexpensive compared to the flip-up style, buy it. Okay, this thing was chromed. Just surface rust. So I'm going to clean it up real good. I think I'm going to polish part of it. See how it turns out. Alright, just going to throw a coat of wax on this real quick. This was originally chrome plated. A lot of the plating's come off. This is Dunlap brand, and Dunlap was Sears. Started like 41 or so, 37 to 41, I think, somewhere in there. I've run across Dunlap tools before and figured out that they were Sears brand. It's weird to find a chrome plated finish on something, especially like this. For its age, it's still in good shape. I'm not complaining. The spring's in real good shape. The spring, I say that part. Probably what I should have done was, I don't know, scrape. I was going to say blue this, but you know what? Parts of it was the plating was still in good shape, the chrome plating, and part of it, I don't care. I think originally when Dunlap came out, I think it's named after a man. I think when they came out, these were considered high-end because they were plated. At the time, a lot of the tools, Sears tools especially, then weren't plated as much as they are or were after that point. Yeah, parts of this, the plating was really bad on it. It was gone. Now, you know what? Let me hit a file on that. There's a little spot there. I don't really feel any other spot. Everything else, hit that with a file. That's pretty good there. Yeah. That's when you know a pipe wrench works right there. It's got both springs are in real good shape. This spring and this spring. The other one I'm working on, the spring's a little weak, but these are good. All right, let me go finish the other one, and then we'll look at them both. All right, ladies and gentlemen, paint the insets red. Now I'm going to paint the rest of it with that rhino liner material. And for those of you that these pipe wrenches, the reason I coat them with rhino liner is the protection, because one, a lot of water that I deal with and a lot of turd water, let's put it that way. So sometimes, and somebody's going to say, well, you don't use pipe wrenches to break. Yeah, you do. My facility has over 200 toilets in it, and you'd be surprised what you have to break loose to get to it. And you'd be surprised how your wrenches fall on the floor and all that stuff with all the mess. Trust me, I have been swimming, literally crawling through turds. So yeah, when your wrenches are bare metal or rusty, you want them to last a long time, you take care of them properly for that reason, because you get in predicaments where most people will probably throw their tools away. I mean, sometimes it's worth throwing your clothes away. So the only problem is I've never understood why someone says they'll throw their clothes away but they can't throw their skin away. I can get my clothes just as clean as my skin. Anyways, let me go paint these and then we'll see what they look like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what this redneck has done here. And I kind of screwed up. I mean, I like the rhino liner material, truck bed liner material. I call it rhino liner. It's not. It's shoot, I don't remember what brand it is now. It's Walmart sells it. It's a spray-on truck bed liner material. I buy a can or two of it every year. I use it. It's good to spray your shovel handles and stuff that you don't want just to slip out of your hand. I use it. Now this, I blued. I just blued this, cold blued it, and that's all I did. The only thing I regret now is I wish I would have used a different color paint on the top jaw, this part, just because, I mean, you obviously can see it goes in and out very easily, but this part of it, I should have maybe blued it, or I've painted the other ones just a plain paint. This has a little grit to it. But that being said, I don't care. I got me two nice wrenches here. This one is Dunlap tools, and that's a Sears brand, 40, I guess it's 41. They started chrome plating them. Man, this is a good wrench. It feels awesome in the hand. This one definitely going to use. Now, mind you, look at the chunks missing. There's a chunk missing there. There's a chunk missing there. Is that going to affect grabbing the pipe? Not at all. Nothing. And this effortlessly just spins out, in and out. Clean the teeth up. I did run a file over them just lightly. This one I did too, and there again, this just spins in and out, no problem. Now, this one I did, it's missing, it's missing a chunk there and a chunk there. But does it affect grabbing the pipe? Not at all. And I clean these up with a file real good. They're really sharp. I mean, literally have, I'm trying to remember, I can't remember how I bought these, but I'm pretty sure I have less than $3 in both of these, $4 tops. I don't even think that. This one was rusted pretty bad, and it's made in USA. This one's made in USA. This could be a Stilson. This could be a Dunlap. But there's no marking. There is no marking on this one whatsoever except made in USA. That's all it says. Now, if you look real closely, you can see the grit from the truck bed liner material. I like that. I like the feel of it. It doesn't bother me. When your hands are slimy and nasty, I like the grip on it. So when I go to redo one of these pipe wrenches, I have I got 3 here in my shop that have rhino liner or bed liner material, and then I think I got 2 or 3 at the shop that are the same way. You can tell mine. I mean, there's nothing super fancy about this. It's just a good used tool. It was a rusty used tool. Same way with this one. There you go, made in USA. It's chrome plated. Most of this was rusted, and they used this one. They beat on it. And now I could have took it on the belt sander and sanded all that out, but there's no need because I'm going to use it. Of course, there's no beating on this side because you can't use a pipe wrench this way. These styles has the little spring, has a spring here, and has a spring on the back side. That is the only thing some guys don't like about these style, is that over time that tension gets weak. I don't have a problem with it. Most of the time, these aren't used enough. I don't know what an 18-inch pipe wrench costs, but I'm pretty sure it's in the probably $50 mark. So cleaning these up, okay, I got an hour's worth of time, painting them, polishing it up a little bit. It's worth the money, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you find good old tools, and they're still very usable. Okay, mind you, this might be, I don't know, 60, see, let's say it's made in 1950, so we could be talking 70 years old. 1950, yeah, it's possible. So it's a good usable tool still. There is nothing wrong with this wrench, absolutely nothing, neither one of them. And it's just because someone, I won't say abused them, neglected them. How about that? This one was rusted really bad, turned out really nice. Now you can see the pitting, look, you can see that. Now, is it going to affect the use? Not at all. Is a little chip in the tooth there going to affect it? Not at all. So when you're done with your tools, you wipe them down, put them up clean. They're usable for the next time. This, I mean, now if I left it in the muck and didn't come back for 3 or 4 weeks to get it, I'm pretty sure it'll rust again. But any tool will do that. If you take care of your tools, they will make money for you or save you money. Right here's a good example. These tools will make me money. And, you know, so what? I got an hour's worth of my time. A lot of people spend hours in front of the television. I don't watch television. I don't watch much of anything for that matter. I work. One, I like to eat, and this gives me an opportunity when I have tools like this to eat very well. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Would you have wasted your time or used your time for something like this? I think most of us that work hard for a living, that do manual labor, tools like this is very valuable and useful for us. And for those of us that have our own DIY repairs on the home and hobbies, these come in handy. Any old tool that can be cleaned up is handy. That's enough talking, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Trying to bring old tools back to a good usable condition, and I think I did really well here. All right, guys, y'all give me, never mind. Have a good day. Bye.